Well done. You gotta like it, folks. She runs strong. Cameraman here, folks. We got a Tiburon GT V6 made by Hyundai. Now, let us know, stuntman, what you normally do with a vehicle to test it out before you give it to one of your kids so they can use it as a daily. What do you do? Get over here!
Guys, it's just me and cameraman here today, so let me explain something. Legitimate. First of all, let's do a legitimate walk around.
This ain't a bad car, folks.
Follow me.
I drive this as a kid. I'm just saying. So it's got a smudge. Big whoop.
No. It's not that bad.
No, it ain't.
Now, any of you guys that follow closely, you'll know that my twins just got their driver's licenses. And legit, a little test that I'm going to do with this car if I was going to give it to them. Turns out I'm not giving them this car. They ended up getting something else. But if you really know what's going on, you'll know that they bitched about their sister got a brand new car, and they're like, this is bullshit.
No fair, no fair.
No fair, no fair. But this was leathered up, sunroof, alloy wheels, V6. I just drove this thing for about an hour.
This thing was on deck for them to get, folks.
It was on deck for the twins, but they're not getting it. But what I do want to show you guys is legitimately, this is behind the scenes, as a father who happens to be in the car business, who also happens to be stuntman.
This is how you check a car out, folks.
Legit.
Let's
legit.
have at it. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Cameraman's going aboard. Now what you do is you take your loaf of bread from lunch. Legit, this is fresh bread, folks. Just so you know that we really were driving this around.
Get in the car.
Hold on,
shut
I gotta
up.
give it to the birds. You know I love to feed the birds. All right. There we go. Alrighty. How many miles on this said vehicle? Folks, hold on. She's got a clean $117, folks.
All right. Get my close-up. Now, I would drive the car to
You're going to test it out in a puddle.
Okay. Now, you guys have never gotten the onboard reverse into drive. So this is special. It's new. But this is also a legitimate test because I know my twins, not knowing how to drive that well, they will probably inevitably put the car into gear while it's moving in one direction, another direction. So I'm going to give you an onboard of actually what will occur. So now, first problem that they're going to have is they're not going to realize they're in reverse. They're going to go in reverse like this, right? Then they're going to
jam slam it.
And then they're going to, okay, then you're going to get tire smoke. Okay.
It's called a jam slam.
I'll tell you something else that they may do. They'll be driving along. They'll accidentally throw it into reverse. The car will buck and chatter a little bit. It will go back into reverse, okay? Another thing that I would be concerned about with my twins, okay? Being that they're new drivers and quite frankly, they're nervous and they suck. I hope they don't watch this video.
They don't watch.
Okay? They'll be practicing in a
I don't even think they're neutral droppers,
and then,
folks.
watch this. They won't be to a full stop, but they'll throw it in park.
Oh, oh,
okay.
Oh.
You guys hear that?
Yeah, you got to be careful.
Okay,
of that.
they would end up park bombing the car.
You got to be careful of that.
Let me show you what that is again.
It's a PB. It's a park bomb.
It's a park bomb.
PB and J, not PB and jelly. PB and jerk. Because watch what happens.
Right? Park.
Jerk.
And then it finally ends up catching.
PB and J.
Okay? Like so. Right? And then
get next to the HD. Bring this thing up in the revs. And see what happens when you just pop her into gear. Hold on a sec. Hold on a sec. Right back, folks.
All right, let me tell you something else that the boys would end up doing as new drivers, being all nervous or whatever. Now, me as stuntman, I do this for a living. I do neutral drops. You all know that this is what I do. But this is something one of my sons would do as a new driver, not realizing being all nervous, okay?
Sure.
I want you to get a look at the tachometer, because this thing tacks out. Peg, you're going to like this, Peg. It tacks out in the catch-up, right?
The front's trying to catch up.
Okay, right? This is what one of my twins would do. He'd throw it into gear, and then accidentally throw it into reverse, and then throw it back into gear, and then he'd throw it into reverse, and then he'd throw it back in gear, and then back into reverse, and then back in gear, and then back into reverse, and then back in gear, and then back into reverse, and then back in gear, and then back into reverse, and then back in gear again, and then they'd be all nervous, and they'd be tire smoke, and they'd be wondering what's going on, and they'd get all scared, they'd want to call their mother,
stop.
and they wouldn't realize it, and they'd be unhappy, and their girlfriends would be nervous.
I gotta open it.
Now,
It's out of his
I
fucking
do
mind.
that. Oh, you can't take the smoke. You, I don't want to say it. I was going to say the P word and the F word.
Wow. Folks.
Get over here. Now, as a professional stuntman, that's what I could do. Okay, but that's what one of my sons would do driving this said vehicle. Get back in the car, you scaredy cat.
All right, hold on a second. Folks, it could happen. All right, folks, we're back.
All right, let me explain what's going on here, okay? I'm telling you about my twins and how they're going to drive. The truth be told, the fact that I'm an unbelievable stuntman and trained for many decades to do this, you guys know I'm not young,
Very old.
okay? What I just did, okay, by going reverse drive, a lot of you guys that watch, you could say, oh, all right, well, he was doing the, world famous rocking horses. Wrong!
You're very wrong.
Very wrong.
Very.
Legitimately a legal rocking horse, you need to go forward about 15 feet, slam it into reverse.
These are measured.
Back 15 feet, throw it into drive, forward 15 feet, throw it into reverse, back 15 feet,
and then what
throw
else
it
do you
into
do?
drive.
And then what
Okay.
else?
That would be a legal rocking horse. What I showed you, that what my
This is called a spaz out.
what I just showed you is how my twins would spaz out by throwing it reverse drive. And I gave you guys a very rare inside look in the cabin, in the cockpit, of what that would actually look like. Well, now I'm going to give you an outside look of how my twins would spaz out thinking that they're doing rocking horses. Now, get out of the car!
An outside spaz out, folks. All right, folks, now we have the outside view of a rocking horse spaz out from his twins. It's tough on its journey, folks, but we gotta show you. That's what would happen.
That is the outside view of how a non-stuntman, a new driver, would do a rocking horse spaz out. Notice I didn't go 15 feet forward and 15 feet back.
Ladies and gentlemen, last but not least, you know when someone starts a car twice? In other words, you start it when it's already running? Well, we're going to redline this because you never know when you're going to redline your car and start it again. So, redline it, let's see what happens.
All right, everybody, witness.
Let's lift it! You don't want to lift it, he's soft.
Actually did. Okay, you redline the car and then you turn the key.
Ooh, that's ugly.
Hold on.
Let me get outside.
Get under the hood. You can hear it from under the hood.
Hold on. Go ahead! Ooh! Ooh! Rev it up! That's ugly, folks. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's about what you're gonna see.
You could burn out. You started doing that.
All right, I'm gonna drop the hood, and you're gonna redline it and leave the scene. Just a moment, ladies and gentlemen. We got our hood prop here. No more need for that. Well, watch in front of you there. What you got, stuntman? Yeah.